Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to create envelope generator in Max MSP. I will start with a simple patch with saw oscillator. Okay, so to create envelope we need two objects. We need object to generate a line, and it's called line with tilde, and we need to multiply line generated by this object. We need to multiply amplitude of saw oscillator with line generated by this object. And to multiply two signals in MSP, we have object with multiplication sign and tilde. We connect oscillator, and now I'll show you how to work with line object. Line object takes an array of numbers, an array of groups, and those groups consist of two elements. First number is value, and second number is time it will take envelope to reach the value. So for example, let's create a simple decay that goes from 1 to 0 in 500 milliseconds. Also we can give two elements to line object. First one is the starting point, so for example it's 1, and the second one is the array that I was talking about. And let's start with 1 that will go to 0 in 500 milliseconds. I'll connect it to the first input, and I'll connect output to scope so we can see how it works. I'll start DSP in my Max. And we saw that just generated a simple saw pattern. Let's try it with oscillator. Yep, and it gives us what we wanted. But we don't want to use these as numbers. We don't want to all the time to input some numbers. We can just take an object called function. It's a simple screen that allows us to draw those lines, and it outputs, from its second output, it outputs the correct format for line object. So let's try it with line, and we need to send bang message to it so it works. So we see it's the same pattern but with small kind of release thing after the decay. And we can draw all kind of stuff here, like some different mountains or I don't know, evergreen trees. And to clean all the messages and to clean all the dots from here, we can send clear message. It will clean everything. Then we can start drawing again. I'm not sure why it wasn't working before, but it works now, so it's fine. Also, if we want to, there is a second object that we can use. It's called curve. So it allows us to send exponential curves as lines in MSP. For this we need to change line object to curve object. And also we need to change option in inspector. It's called linear, and here is curve. So now it will output kind of different type of array of numbers. I'll show you in a second. Let me just connect it to second input of message box. So I'll start my DSP, turn down the volume, and now if you hold option on Windows and option on Mac and Alt on Windows, you can drag over the curve and you can change the quality of it. So let's send it back, and we can see that right now with curve setting it outputs numbers in 3 groups. First is the number it should reach, second one is time it will take to reach the first number, and third number is the value. So for example, it can be a positive curve like here, or it can be a negative curve. You can also see it on the top of the function view. And now we can send the same thing to oscillator. Let's just draw some better line for it. Yep, and now we can see on our scope that it repeats the same pattern that we draw in function object. So those are 2 types of curves you can send, and you can use it whatever you want to. You can send it to modulate envelope, to modulate amplitude. You can modulate, for example, pitch. You just need to multiply the value because it goes from 0 to 1, and you would need to multiply curve output by, for example, some bigger numbers to hear the modulation of the frequency. And you can send it wherever you want. It's just a simple signal that MSP uses everywhere. And that's all. Thanks for watching.